Good morning, students.
Good morning, parents and guardians.
Thank you for joining us for another Maths Numeracy at Home. We did say last week that Friday will be our last session, but Miss Zee's not at Dad's today, so we might do a couple more this week. Now, today's session we're going to have a look at some measurement and geometry. There's also going to be a bit of addition in there as well. We're going to build a 3D model from a 2D net. Now, you will need for this session some blue tack. If you haven't got any blue tack, you can use little marshmallow things or some sticky tape or anything that you've got at home that you can build using the joins. Now, you'll need some, we're using, these are kebab sticks. You can use little toothpicks, anything that you can build a 3D model with, little stick wise, if you've got them at home. Okay, if you haven't, then you could even use pencils, colouring pencils and things like that. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, we've done a little bit already. Missy and I have, Missy started already, just because obviously the video will go too long. I've got Missy to choose a 2D net that she wants to draw. So she wanted to build, sorry. So what did you choose, Missy?
I chose a rectangular prism.
Yeah, good. So rectangular prism. So you can talk to the students about what is a rectangular prism, get them to identify the properties, things like that. Then Miss Z beautifully drew it in her book. Okay, make sure the student tries to draw it the whole page, because obviously they're going to use this net. Okay, we labelled them, didn't we, Miss Z?
Yeah, we did.
So we labelled this was 4 centimetres by 8 centimetres, and because it's a rectangular prism and all these lengths are the same size, you only need to label 2. So to start with, you could even get the student to work out the perimeter all the way around and the area, okay, by working out the area. So length times width, and then you can do it for each one. So length times width on this one, how many have you got? You multiply it by 4, and then this one, length times width, multiply it by 2. Okay, so when we did that, Missy's done that. I then asked Missy to take the kebab stick, and she had to mark out how many, to work out how many she needed. So what did you do, Missy? Can you talk us through it, please?
Yeah, it's better to use a pen. I'm actually
So how did we do it first? What was the first thing we did?
First thing we did, we lined it up.
No, before we did that, what did we do down here? Have a look down here.
We wrote the so we said it was 5 times 8. That's pretty easy. 8.
What were the 5 times 8 though?
Across.
Yeah, going across. So there's 1 going across, 2 going across, 3 going across, 4 going across, 5 going across. So 5 times 8 centimetre bit. Yeah. So Miss C has worked out how many bits she needed to go across. So let's just show them on one. So she measured them up.
I would write it up.
Okay, you can use your grid book as a guide. So that's 1. So she did that 5 times. Yeah. Okay, then she did the same with, she needed 10 of these edges. So you would actually, and they're 4 centimetres. So just do it on that one, Missy, it's fine.
So you would go on.
Start on the end here. Start here. So then she did it marked out, and she marked all of those, and she did all those sides, and she did that 10 times. Okay. And then you'll have to help the student do this.
And you do it the same on the other side.
Once they're marked out, you can get the parents to help you to snip them and cut them. So then we cut them. Can you lay those out on the table neatly, please, Missy? And Missy's got her blue tack ready as well.
I've just spilt them on the floor.
That's all right. So she's got a blue tack as well. Now, I also got Miss C to draw another net, exactly the same size. So she drew this twice, and then I got her to cut out the second one, and I'll show you why in a moment. So Miss C drew exactly the same size, same measurements. Get the student to identify length and width on there, and then get them to cut out the other one. So now we've done that. Missy has got her bits over here. Now, Miss C, can you start building your 3D
Yeah, I'll put these on.
Okay, so what you need to do, think about the base first. So what bits are you going to use for the base?
So I'm going to use like about...
How many are you going to use? Think about the length and width.
So I'm going to use...
So this is the bottom, yeah. One there, good.
And one over here.
Yeah, good. So start building, and what will be on the side?
These.
Good.
On the sides.
Excellent. So now use a blue tack.
Oh, now I know what we're doing.
Okay, use the blue tack to stick the corners together, Miss C. Okay, Miss C, take the blue tack, please, and then you put those in the corners and stick them together. Okay, you need a big clump because you're going to use it. So like this. Okay, good. So obviously we were going to use the marshmallows, but unfortunately they're past their use by date, so they're no good. So then the students can eat them afterwards and things like that. But we're just using blue tack. Obviously, if a teacher's doing this with their students, wouldn't advise using the marshmallows. The blue tack. Excellent. So Miss C's going to do that.
It's not very stable.
That's all right.
Sorry, people who are watching.
Now. Go on in, I'll give you a hand and then we can...
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. So we nearly got our base done.
Bit more blue tack there, Miss C, that won't be enough.
I used to do this in prep and I found it so hard. I'll get like sticks of blue tack around.
That's right, so preps can do this as well.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's all good for all years, but the reason I've got you to do it 3 times is because I want to show you a visual in a minute. But obviously preps can use squares, rectangular prisms. Grade 5, 6s I've done this before with them, but they can use more sophisticated shapes, octagons and things like that.
I used octagons last year.
We're just doing a simplified one to show you guys on the video. All right, brilliant. Now, let me see where these going to go.
So
I think you dropped one. So do you want to? Where are they going to go? Good.
Here.
Yep. Now try not to stick it to the table because we need to be able to lift it up.
We can do that after the video. Is that good?
All right, another one there. Do you need a bit more blue tack? All right, you pop that in there. Good.
And there. Is that too big?
I'm going to help you just to speed things up a bit.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to pick that one off the floor? Did you drop one on the floor before?
And then this is the tricky part, guys. Just saying.
All right.
Might have enough blue tack.
Yeah, we've got plenty.
Oh, wait, here we go.
So obviously, try and get the student to do it on their own, but I'm just helping the video.
Yeah, because they'll not go for too long.
Okay, good. Now, put those last bits on, Missy. Well done. Now, Miss C, what I might get you to do, I'll
use the shorter ones.
I'll give you a hand with that, finishing that off and lifting it up over here. Can you please, I'm going to get you to start the 2D net, the one that we cut out, start folding along the lines and the joins on that piece of paper, and I'll finish this off. Well done.
Really fun.
Very good. So you start folding along that one, you do that over there, and I'll take this one over here. Thank you, Miss C.
Be careful, but I really won't like it if it breaks.
Good.
It's very
now,
special.
You're nearly finished. Anyway, do you want to pop the last one on and then you've done it? Yeah. Well done. We'll move it over here.
Pretty fun.
Brilliant. So, can you remember what these corner bits where an angle meets? What we talked about the other day? Well done. You remembered. Good job. So, talk about the properties, what they've got as a 2D and then a 3D, and you can compare and see what they are, and you can do it with different shapes as well. Now, Miss C has beautifully started to join those up. Well done. Folding those. Good. I think that's enough, Miss C. Well done.
Oh, I was going to quickly do this.
Brilliant. Now, obviously, as I talked about, working out the area and perimeter of each one. Now, this is where when I said to do 3 things, Miss Z has drawn her 2D on her book. She's then drawn another 2D and cut it out. Okay. So what you can get the student to do is then glue this one onto here like this. Okay. And then, can you just put your finger there, Miss C, please?
Yeah.
Then lift the other one over here. And then watch your finger. Thank you. So we'd have this bottom one glued down. Can you just hold that like that for me, Miss C, so I can show people? Thank you. So this would be glued down on their page. Okay. Then they'd have 3 visuals. So the students can then see the 2D on the page that doesn't move, the 2D that's cut out, but it's also stuck to the page, and then the actual 3D. And then they can actually see how the 3, okay, they're obviously the same, the net, but then they can see how the 2D net builds the 3D shape. And then they can see, and they can just have that in their book like that, and then they can use it, and they can actually then put the 2D net around the 3D and just have a look, and gives them a good visual. Okay. So yeah, so lots of things you do that. The addition, subtraction, you built your 2D, you built your 3D net, sorry, 3D shape, a triangular prism from a 2D net. The students have identified nets, looked at that. They've done a bit of measurements. Okay, they'll do a bit of addition, adding looking at the area perimeter. Just be careful, make sure you get parents to help you cut those.
Yeah.
Don't cut them yourselves.
Because they're quite tricky.
They are quite tricky. And yeah, it's a good, what can we call this task?
3D blue tack.
3D build, maybe the 3D build from a 2D net, should we call it? All right, brilliant. All right, guys, thank you. Look at the properties and all of that as well. Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.